Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Rec Room video thing for people to watch. I don't know why I'm all the way over here and not in my seat.
Sit down.
All right, so hello, and today this live stream is going to be concluding VDR's Creepy Frights 2021. Before we get started, I hope you guys have enjoyed all the videos I have put out for this Halloween season, or this Creepy Frights season. I know it's been past Halloween, but we're finishing off strong we're just gonna sit for a little bit and just talk about all things horror with a bunch of my friends. Starting down here, we've got Somsite.
Heyo.
We've got Fall Fox, aka Cole.
What up, everyone?
We've got Raven.
What's up?
And over there we got Victor Reznov.
Hello.
And obviously you guys know me because, well, you're watching this channel, so of course y'all know me.
Shoot, wait, got something.
So we're gonna talk about all things horror, movies, video games, all stuff, anything we can talk about. So most of us here are pretty keen on horror and know a lot about it. One person specifically doesn't.
Me.
King out hell. So menacingly.
Everybody turn
Me?
down.
Okay, so this is our plan. So we're just gonna start off. We're gonna talk about how we got. Each one of us are gonna talk about how we got into horror, and basically, this is basically done in the form of a podcast, basically. But so we're gonna let Sam go first. Talk about how he got into horror and everything.
Why do I have to go first? You go first.
Because you're first in line.
You're on the edge
You're on
there.
the
That
edge.
means you go first.
Yeah, bro.
Well, I wasn't always too keen on horror movies. A couple years ago, there was a point where I got stagnated on other movies. And I was like, I want to get the adrenaline rush of watching something that would normally put me on edge a little bit. So I started with a movie that I had always wanted to watch, but it was a little too spooky. So I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which was always something that I was... Because the guy it was based on, Ed Gaines, was a very creepy guy. All
It was
the
more-
cannibalism and all the...
It was more inspired by than based on.
Well, like, making stuff out of human flesh, that kind of thing. So, yeah, and then ever since, I've just been watching horror movies all the time. That wasn't too long ago. Before that was much more casual. Games.
All right, what about you, Cole?
So I first got in horror by like looking on Google on like drawings because I wanted to draw something. And then I saw like some scary, horrifying but like terrific drawings. And that was the first thing when I got into horror. I started like searching up a lot of horror sketches, a lot of games that I fell in love with. And then there's like movies like Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Leatherface, Alienation, or not, that's a game. But yeah, I've been into horror for pretty long, and I just love it. I pray I have no explanation.
I don't know if I've told this story before on the channel or not, but if I haven't, well, what got me really, I used to watch horror a lot when I was younger because my mom grew up when she really liked horror when she was younger. She's definitely not into it now like she used to be. But we had a lot of horror VHS tapes in the house, and my sister, she watched a lot of them, and we watched a lot of them. We grew up with the classics: Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. Chucky was a big thing in our family. We all loved Chucky growing up. But yeah, and I never considered myself a horror fan until about 2014 when Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and I was like really intrigued by it. Because I was browsing Roblox one day and I was like, saw this Five Nights at Freddy's recreation. So I was like, when you first think of the name Freddy and you think horror, who comes to mind? Freddy Krueger. So I thought it was some type of Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing, and that clearly wasn't it. And I was like, what is this? So I finally looked it up and I watched Markiplier play it, and that just all the theories that re-sparked my interest in horror, and I started watching a lot of horror movies more often. And
Okay, he's gone.
He got that all
What
snapped.
did he do?
uh,
I think he disconnected, actually. No, he went to a private rec center.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Um,
Ego invited me, and I think he might have invited him too.
but yeah, I've been part of horror for the longest time now, and I've considered it one of my favorite genres, obviously, next to musicals, obviously, knowing that that's my favorite, but I love horror with a passion. So
I kind of grew up on it because my family is like really big with like The Conjuring and Friday the 13th and all the classic stuff. So I was kind of like since the age of 10, I kind of like just got into over the years. There's not really much to it. I kind of like I just grew up with it and fell in love with it. So.
all right, so I guess the
Like
first
the
thing we could
simple
talk
definition
about. What is? I guess we'll start with Tom. We'll just go keep going on the line. What is your favorite horror franchise? Like,
That's a pretty easy one for me. I've always been a Halloween guy. The Shape, Michael Myers, very intriguing horror figure. And recently I watched the third one for the first time, and I thought that was just fantastic. I'd skipped over that one because it doesn't have Michael Myers at all on it. We actually watched that together.
review
With the
on the
Silver
channel.
Shamrock masks.
Review on the channel if you want to check it out.
And they ended
Cole?
up using that in a lot of cameos.
but I had to say Five Nights at Freddy's. As soon as that game first came out,
I think we're trying to on movies, horror franchise movies.
Oh, movies. Sorry. Definitely Alien.
Oh, I don't hear that one
Definitely
very
Alien.
often.
No,
It's
but
more sci-fi than horror.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but, you know,
it's a
I still
very
get-
big franchise in the horror community.
yeah, but you know, for me, as long as you at least get scared of the movie, then you know it's good. In my opinion.
The first
If
one
it-
does have a lot of build-up, but the rest of
Yeah.
them aren't super horror-oriented. Especially the second
No.
one, Aliens.
No, but they're still good. They're still good. Though.
Oh yeah, the Alien movies are
They
fantastic.
they still I would still consider them under the at least horror adjacent at least.
Yeah.
It's sci-fi horror, but after the first one, I feel like they branched
It leans
out
a lot
more to the action.
Oh.
Crashing.
Uh-oh.
Hello? Oh, he's gone. Robot.
No,
All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We're live. There's not much I can do
I
about
can't
it.
even hear him.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Can I be heard? Can y'all hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear I can hear your fan or wind, but yeah.
Let me turn my fan off. Let me do that. Obviously, my favorite horror franchise has always been Saw, and I love the Saw movies, and they're very much. I'm a big gore hound. I like gore in my horror movies. But a lot of been. Oh, there we go. I got my computer just is being a real jerk lately. But Saw is definitely probably my favorite. Halloween is a very close second. It's a very close second. Especially having to rewatch all the movies recently and preparing for Halloween Kills. But I really do love Saw. I'm gonna stick with that as my favorite, but definitely love me some Saw movies. Raven?
You know, if there is an attraction of like a Saw freaking escape puzzle thing, I would definitely go to it because it's an escape room. It's an escape room. It's fun. Literally, that's literally.
You couldn't recreate Saw with the actual dangers of it. Your life's on the line. That's the big part of Saw.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can make a Saw-inspired escape room, though.
Sure,
Yeah,
but
you definitely could.
the big thing of the
like the
reverse
actual
bear
thing.
trap isn't that you just want to get out of it. It's that it's gonna snap your neck open.
What they would probably do, though, if they did, they'd probably be like, they'd probably put you in something that was real, and they'd be like, okay, you just, maybe like if you don't get out, a red light flashes or something.
Sure. Set it up like you will die. You know.
Oh yeah, obviously you won't actually die.
Live or die. Make your choice.
But like it's a game over. You
the
die.
funny thing that they could do is like you fill out your own little thing, and like you give it to them, and they tailor make it towards you. They like at least the audio message, at least. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, Raven, favorite horror franchise.
Probably The Conjuring. It's a classic for me. I'm really into
What do you like about The
paranormal-
Conjuring?
I
that's
like the paranormal stuff. I'm a paranormal person. I'm not really into gore, so with like The Conjuring, it's more like not as much people getting killed, but like getting haunted. That's something I've always been into.
And I could never get into the Conjuring movies. Like Annabelle was awful. I'm sorry, Annabelle was bad. It was garbage.
I've never seen
Yeah.
Annabelle.
Annabelle was garbage. Like we watched that, and me and my sister was like, "That sucked," and my brother was like, "That was terrifying," and I'm like, "No, it wasn't. It sucked."
Hold on, I have to recalibrate again. Give me a second.
I would.
I always thought
would love to be
possession and that kind
paranoid.
of stuff was a little cheesy. Haunting.
Yeah. See, personally, I love, even though a lot of people just want to see different, but I love slashers. I love slashers.
I'm a slasher guy too.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
I can't
why
really handle it.
some of the most iconic. When you think of some of the most iconic horror icons, you think of the slashers: Michael, Freddy, Jason, Chucky, like all of them.
Chucky, Ghostface.
Obviously, there's your exceptions like Jigsaw and freaking Pinhead. Like some of that stuff is like those are horror icons, but they're not slashers.
Well, and the Xenomorph is a horror icon.
And some people factor the Predator franchise as horror. Some people do. So, and that's definitely
more an action movie.
Yeah,
it's still
an action movie.
It's still very much popular in the horror community.
It's not scary, but it's
They probably never would have. They probably wouldn't consider it that if it never tied in with the Alien franchise, with the Alien versus Predator movies. But
which are just good fun. They're not good movies, but they're fun.
What, the Alien versus Predator?
Yeah, they're not by any means like good movies.
I shrunk.
But it is a fun crossover.
Speaking of which, I'd love to know of everyone's here opinion on Freddy versus Jason. I would love to know your opinions on that movie. I would love to know.
I got cut off there. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't make it all the way up to that point. As I was
My opinion on that.
To go through both and release.
My opinion on That movie is... It's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a good movie. It's bad, but it's fun.
Yeah.
So those kind of movies generally are.
I mean, I never really watched it because people are saying to me like it was not that good. So I'm like, okay, well, I won't watch it then. But I mean,
if you want to see Freddy and Jason knock each other around, it doesn't happen as much in the movie as you would like, but it does happen. If you want to see them two knock each other around, you get what you're paying for. It's like with Godzilla versus Kong. You're not expecting a grand, good story or anything. You want to see them freaking fight, and that's exactly what you get.
and then one of them died.
Yeah, I've actually never seen it, so.
It's the only one who has an opinion on that movie.
You never heard of it?
Yeah. No, I've actually never heard of that. Surprisingly.
Wait, I can't even.
Oh yeah, Mike can tell you on the.
I can't even. I can't even. Someone else do it. You got to do it, bro.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
got to do it, bro.
I'm switching out my batteries right now.
Damn, my freaking charge. My thing's dead. It's right over there.
Yeah, I need to charge my.
I'm not even facing the camera.
Oh, wait. He's like,
I see a little arm movement.
Is he alive? Is he dead? What is he?
I don't think anybody needs to do it.
Was he?
Oh,
I'm here. I'm back.
Was he just? Were you just standing still
Save
there?
me.
No, like I said, my computer's being a jerk lately for some reason. It's starting to be a complete butt when I play VR. And also having the streamer
Somebody
cam
wanted
up.
to kiss you.
What? What?
Nothing.
What?
No, repeat that. Repeat that. We want to know what you just said. We want to know what you just said.
Oh, you
And-
heard it.
and
Why don't
also-
you repeat it?
And also having my having my streamer cam open also isn't helping. But back to what we were trying. What were we saying before I got off?
I don't know. Oh shoot, my phone. Wait.
It was
Maybe
a Freddy versus
crossovers in
Jason.
the horror genres.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't that many, is there?
There is not.
The only thing recent in the horror genre crossover was a little advertisement for both the Chucky TV series and Halloween Kills. 'Cause they came at the same time.
He's alive.
I'm here. What I said was
Every time
only
you say something,
what I said. The only really crossover we've gotten in recent years isn't even really anything big. It was a little advertisement with Chucky.
I wouldn't count
and,
that.
Yeah, but it's the only thing where you've seen two icons together.
I'm talking major motion pictures.
Well, the only thing we've gotten is the Alien versus Predator stuff and the Freddy versus Jason. That's it.
Yeah. And then...
There
Obviously,
was.
if we were to go, the Dead by Daylight is one of the biggest crossovers. Of all
That
time.
is the biggest horror crossover in existence.
I love Dead by Daylight.
You got,
Bro,
you got,
I
It's my
love
favorite
it.
game.
you got Stranger Things in there. You've got Leatherface, Ghostface.
There's really only one
Michael.
exception, and it's Jason, but that's because he has his own game.
Yeah.
I wonder though if they'll actually eventually bring him now that game doesn't get updated anymore.
I think they're trying to turn him into an NFT.
I didn't break my finger.
I knew they'd do that. They did that with Pinhead. They made him an NFT, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah,
If you know anything
Bad.
about
And
That's
NFTs.
terrifying.
NFT is bad. NFT is bad. Spread the word. NFTs are bad. Don't support them. But that's not what we're here to
They
talk
don't
about, though.
benefit anybody. Except
No.
for cryptocurrency
I have no idea what
nuts.
you're talking about.
But
All right.
what else?
Alright, let's continue the subject.
Horror games.
What-
horror
what's your
games.
opinion on?
Oh,
I was
horror
about to
games.
maybe. What about the original basis of the horror franchises with people?
Universal Monsters.
like the Universal monster. Yeah, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, Frankenstein, Dracula.
I've only
The
seen a
Roots.
handful of those. I've seen
Really?
Frankenstein. I've seen Frankenstein. I've seen The Invisible Man. There was one more, and I don't remember what that one is.
Oh, there's also the Wolf Man.
I eventually want to go and review all those old Universal Monster
You
movies.
should, yeah.
I think those would be interesting reviews to look at, and I might even do them with a black and white filter. I think that'd be interesting. Gotta fit with the.
I would probably pick a franchise and just go all the way through one at a time. You know, watch all the Wolfman movies, watch all the Frankenstein movies, because there's like quite a few of each one with how long they've been, around.
Well, obviously, like The Invisible Man had a remake just last year? Was that last year?
It was either last year or the year before that.
I think I
But
might go with.
late.
I think I might go with that one.
There's not a lot of Invisible Man movies,
Yeah.
but it depends if you watch the crossovers.
Yeah, there's a lot
Compared
of
to like
Invisible Man.
Frankenstein or Dracula.
Oh yeah. You're right. There's a lot of the old G.
Would you watch the Abbott and Costello movies?
Oh my god.
Those are great. I love the Abbott and Costello movies.
I don't
They're
think I've watched any of
corny
them.
and campy. They're comedies, obviously.
They're not horror.
They have the Universal monsters in them, though. The Wolfman meets the Invisible Man meets Abbott and Costello.
Oh wait. Something that I do want to talk about regarding horror is the fact that it gets ignored by the mainstream. Like when it comes to filmmaking, it gets because I mostly if you look at a lot of people working on different movies, they kind of know each other. Because have you ever seen a horror movie get recognized at the Oscars?
There's not really any categories, but Jordan Peele's stuff
Oh, yeah.
was recognized.
Well, yeah, but those are great movies. Like Get Out, Us, those are great. Is it really because it was a horror movie though? Is my question though?
No, it's because it was Jordan Peele and he was a black director.
Which isn't a bad thing. I'm not trying to like
Where I'm
crap on
sitting.
him or anything. I'm just saying I don't think it
There we
was
go.
represented because it was a horror movie. I think it's because also the movie subject matter, Get Out subject matter and everything too was also very much race
It's a big part
related.
of it. Horror movies have always kind of been like that, though. They're outliers.
But I'm saying I wish they would get more recommendation because like animated movies used to be in the same boat. Used to be ages ago. Used to be didn't get no recognition as like they were always seen as kids stuff.
Mhm.
And horror is still getting that treatment to this day.
Well, yeah, they're like pictures you watch to get a reaction out of yourself. You know?
But then you do get like the ones that are actually artistic looking films. Like have you seen Midsummer? Have you seen that?
No.
It's
I've heard of it,
it's a very different type of horror movie, and it's very interesting. The Hunt, that's another one that's very different.
Well, Alien was recognized, but like I said, that's very much in the sci-fi sector, so it reaches both audiences.
And it
Same thing with
definitely,
Predator.
and I guarantee the Academy didn't look at it as a horror; they looked at it as a sci-fi action.
Sci-fi action thriller. It's not really an action movie. It's more of a sci-fi thriller.
Okay, I have another question that I want to ask you guys. What do you think about people who consider the Jurassic Park franchise horror? Because I think it's ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if you
Oh,
consider
no.
the Predator
Oh, no.
movies in some way, shape, or form horror movies, obviously there is a lot of horror undertones in Jurassic Park.
I don't see it as horror, though. I don't.
No.
I don't ever see freaking
I think
Predator.
look at action.
I
They're
don't-
creature feature. It's a creature
don't-
feature, basically.
I don't ever see. Well, here's my thing. I don't ever see Predator being marketed towards kids. I see Jurassic Park getting marketed to kids all the freaking time.
Well, with Jurassic World, maybe. Jurassic Park was always
well,
an
actually,
audience thing because they're
okay,
dinosaurs.
So my opinions actually has changed slightly, because did anyone here see Fallen Kingdom? Because Fallen Kingdom does have some actual horror atmosphere to some of the scenes. I actually, especially when they're being chased by that one in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
and the
one,
shot of it on top of the roof.
Yeah.
That one definitely does have a lot more. Definitely does have more horror undertones. But me personally, and maybe the first one does have some horror undertones.
In the rain,
but two and three definitely not. Definitely no.
Those are more action movies. It follows the Alien kind of sequel.
I guess I don't think I will ever consider it horror, but something about my brain still wants to associate Predator with horror, even though technically it does fall into the same boat. But I guess it's just how I see it.
Oh, it's got Arnold in it. Like, come on, Arnold is an action star, first and foremost.
Yeah. And especially if you want to make the argument, there's a lot of arguments for some movies, like what is horror? There's a lot of arguments. Like another example, some people would be Sweeney Todd. It's a musical, but technically you would fall under the camp of horror. Some people would fully push it away from horror because it being a musical.
It's kind of it's in a weird place. Why am I tilted that way?
It is in a weird position. Let's differentiate from movies for a second and talk video games.
Okay.
And Raven has barely said anything, so let's let her start this off.
Oh, what? What the fuck you want me to say?
Horror. What's your favorite horror games?
Dead by Daylight, probably.
Oh, we already talked about that.
I mean,
so there's no point talking about it because we already did.
Yeah. Either that or Resident Evil 2, which is the only Resident Evil I have. But
you play the remake?
I really enjoy those.
The remake?
Yeah, I got the remake.
Well,
I stuck on this one part because I don't know what to do, but
I'd assume you were a Resident Evil fan. It's based.
Yeah, well, okay. I get any of the other games.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I had a flag spike. I'm good. Oh my gosh. I need to upgrade my PC eventually. Get me a desktop. Okay.
Yeah,
All in due
okay.
time.
Horror games to me, I still have to stick with my franchise. It's a franchise, obviously. FNAF is definitely dear and close to my heart because of what it did for me with the horror genre, because it got me back into it. So it definitely is really important to me, and I've definitely still I own literally every book that's been released. I have all the books. I have every single game. I've played every single game, and I can't say I'm kind of a disrespectful fan though, because even though I have every book, I've only read the first 2 chapters of the first book. So maybe I'm a disrespectful fan.
Maybe you should read them.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's like, if I can look over there, there's like, I think 16 books over there.
I'll tell you the
And you've only read some of the first 2 chapters of the first one.
Yeah, and I was in school. I was in school when I started reading it, so I had more motivation to read it. But there's audiobooks of the first 3 novels, so I need to get around to that. And they've turned the first 3 into graphic novels, so I have no excuse to not have read at least those.
I think I have a graphic novel.
I
don't know which one it is.
Did Scott Coffin had personal involvement in those?
Mm-hmm. He was author. Not full author, but like he was, but there was like multiple authors.
Saw it.
No, he wrote some.
Made
a lot
sure
of it.
everything was.
Yeah. Basically, regardless, every time when there's something Five Nights at Freddy's related that's not the games, or he's been closely involved, even the merchandise. Except for the
Not
Funko
anymore,
stuff.
though.
Except for the Funko stuff. Funko kind of did their own thing with the FNAF stuff, and Scott would get really mad about it. He would tell him, like, what the heck did you do to my characters? Because some of them were very much inaccurately represented. But then, like, the stuff he overseed, though, a lot of that looks really good.
Obviously,
then,
Funko
like,
Pops are very cartoony.
No, not just
creative
Pops,
liberties.
not just Pops, like the Funko action figures,
The vinyl
and stuff
figures, too.
Like all that, like the colors aren't accurate a lot of the time. Some of the molds are weird. And it, as a FNAF fan, it annoys me too. But in some of it though, I see some reviewers of the merchandise, they are nitpicky as heck, being like, this line should not be here. I'm like, bro, calm down.
Wow.
Like, yeah,
especially at Funko's price point, you can't be too critical.
Well, yeah, I'm not talking about the Funkos. I don't critique the Funkos. The Funkos I have no problem with because they're their own distinct style. But like when you're trying to
I didn't say the Pops.
Oh,
Funko has the brand, the vinyl figures and stuff. If you're in the $40 to $10 price point, don't expect 100% accurate stuff. It simply barely ever happens.
Well,
you don't have wrists. Like, it stops at the palm.
Well, Georgie doesn't wear gloves,
right,
okay?
sorry,
he only wears a raincoat.
Sorry. But yeah, I get what you're saying about that, Sam. But my problem is with Funkos, I know we're getting a little off. This still relates to FNAF, so it's still horror related.
My hands, oh my
one thing that really bothers me, because like their plushies can look really good, and they'll have other ones that look really freaking bad. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, we've got this great plushie right here that is fully accurate to the games, and then you've got this one that looks like a piece of garbage. Don't get me started on the sister location.
Like mass production stuff, most of the people who buy them don't care. It's a very small minority that get upset that it's not 100% accurate, or even like as good as some of the other stuff out there.
Yeah, that's why I don't own any of those plushies.
Just buy the ones that you find are the best quality. Basically.
All right, so you're also your favorite horror game franchise is also FNAF.
Yes, there is another game I am in love with, and that is Bendy and the Ink Machine.
It's been very popular the past few years. Yep.
Yes,
the sequel in the works.
I don't know what it's.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna go episodic?
Probably. I hope so. I liked it the first time. Go, Cole!
Sorry. Anyway, so, like, I'm still waiting on the update of Dark Revival, because that's the game I am very hoping for it to come out, because it just looks so interesting.
That's the sequel.
Because, yeah, the very first vending machine game, it goes to very to, like, not as scary to, like, battle.
Definitely.
And, I kind of liked it.
And it has
I still do.
And it has this little spin-off as well that's out there. I also own that. The Boris game, I had that spin-off.
Bro, I like it how you just, like once you feed Boris his soup, you go back to where you first spawned in, you open a chest, you get a bone, and then you just give him the bone.
What about you, Sam? What's your favorite?
And then it just remains throughout the whole game.
Horror franchise?
Yeah, it's always been a side piece to Call of Duty with the zombies. Some of the writing is really good, obviously. Some of the maps have always been very eerily done. As far as horror franchises, though, when it comes to video games, I didn't really play the Silent Hill games. I didn't play the Resident Evil games. I didn't play the Evil Within games. I just wasn't really into the aspect of surviving something, you know? I want to be killing it. I want to be destroying. Alien Isolation, though. If we're talking standalone horror games, I'd probably say that. That was a really good game.
I love that game.
I'd love to
atmosphere was
know
great.
from you guys in the comments that I did get that game for free from Epic. So if you guys want to see me play that on the channel, it's up to you guys. Let's get this video to 10 likes and I'll do it.
I mean, if you were a fan of the original Alien movie, it recaptures the atmosphere nearly perfectly. Oh, and you can't kill the xenomorphs, because they're xenomorphs. You're always sneaking around them.
Imagine that in VR.
That would be cool.
Oh God.
I will.
All right.
I would
Since
love to
obviously we're in Rec Room, obviously, what is the best horror Rec Room map you have played?
Ooh.
Silent Hill PT2, that was really good.
They made a third one. They made a third one. They made a third one.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I played
I've been-
It was
really good.
It was made by one dude, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just one guy. Very impressive.
Was it one?
It was just, I forget what his name is, but he works on a lot of stuff, and it's
Lucifer
always
Art?
just solo projects. I don't think it's Lucifer Arts, no.
You sure?
think
Because I
it's
think that's what it
starts
was.
with an
Oh, he
F.
froze again. Hey, yo, he froze again. I mean, Lucifer Art is like a very famous creator for like horror and all. Like
Yeah,
he
makes
does
a lot
very
of good
good.
stuff.
He does very good work. I have to give credit to this man. He does amazing work.
Oh,
No, I'm talking about Rousman 2000.
yeah, the one he
Lucifer
saw.
Arts did make one, but it wasn't nearly as good as Rousman's.
Don't know if I've played Lucifer Arts.
It wasn't, not to knock him or anything, but he's the guy with the team.
Yeah.
The one you're thinking of with the three. The fact that Rousman 2000 was able to do a better job with just himself was pretty stunning. The first one was a little rough, but the second one shined, and I'm very looking forward to see this part 3.
Was that the one me, you, and Aaron went to?
Yes. The one he was screaming about.
Didn't that
He wouldn't go through.
Wasn't the guy that made that? Didn't he have an appearance at Retcon?
I don't know.
I think he did. I think I went to one of his panels.
He's a phenomenal builder, though. Very much props to that guy.
One game that has legit made me terrified, and it's a recreation of a game, obviously, but I'd never thought I'd actually be that terrified playing FNAF Sister Location. But I played that VR version someone made. That was freaking terrifying. Like, more terrifying even than FNAF VR Help Wanted. It's even... I was legit, like, scared. I'm, like, looking away. I don't want to see what's going on. Like, it's legit terrified the heck out of me.
Yeah, I played the
So
Help Wanted in Rec Room, and that's the closest thing I got.
9,000 subscribers.
I'm trying to find the game I'm looking for. Trying to find it.
Yeah,
I've played
that's
some
what
good
I'm
horror
doing.
maps, though. I've played some good horror maps.
The Five
I don't
Nights
remember
at
what it's
Freddy's
called.
recreation was
Oh, I
pretty
found
good.
it.
Oh, the one me and you played?
Mm-hmm.
We did that on stream, I think. We did that on stream, I'm pretty sure. It was a stream a few
Some
months
of these
ago.
just never leave the...
Because people keep playing them. People keep playing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because they're always on here, though. A lot of maps a chance.
Yeah, they're not wrong. They don't give a lot of other maps a chance.
Map Reignited, for instance, like never leaves Same thing with the It and It Part 2, which are not very
They're never good.
Yeah.
I did not like it
And then
whatsoever.
the Squid Game by DG Rin. I met
I
that
do
guy the
not
other
get how
day
it's horror.
actually.
I don't get
I
how it's
saw
horror.
him
I
in the
mean,
rec center. It's not a horror, no. I don't know why it's in the horror section.
I don't know why.
I mean,
Probably for
it's
the
probably
The
because like in
Ring
the
experience was
Yeah.
really good that we did together. Even if it was very short at only like 4 minutes.
All right. I have another. What is some of the worst horror movies you have ever seen? Some of the just bottom of the barrel, really bad. Close your watch.
What was it called?
Well, I'm sorry. I was gonna try to
Halloween, Resurrection, and Jason Goes to Hell are probably the two worst ones I've ever seen in terms of slasher franchise movies.
Oh my goodness! Resurrection is nowhere near as bad as Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. It is 10 times. It is much worse. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is much worse. You heard me when I recorded my review of that, how angry I was.
And I did watch that movie more recently than I watched Resurrection. I'd probably have to go back and watch them back to back, but both of those movies sucked anyway.
I wouldn't. I think you're way too harsh on Resurrection. It is bad. Don't get me wrong. It is bad.
You like Busta
But
Rhymes?
I think you're.
Is that why?
No, no, it's no.
That movie's not so bad because Busta Rhymes was.
I think if that movie did not have the tie-in to Michael Myers, which I guarantee that's probably what originally that was meant to be. I guarantee that movie was not meant originally to be a Halloween movie, but they slapped the Halloween name on it just to sell money. I mean, to sell tickets, to sell money.
Yeah.
I don't think
It prints money. Jason Goes to Hell. That was legitimately bad.
That's bad. That is bad.
Jason is a
bad.
slug.
I've seen worse than those, though. I've seen much worse.
That was franchise-wise.
Oh, the worst horror movie I think I've seen that I can remember legit getting annoyed at how bad it was a horror movie called Wish Upon. Has anybody seen that?
no. I don't think I've
No.
ever watched a worse horror movie. I think I just stuck with the good
You know
ones.
the
I have no idea
the kissing booth movies. The main chick from
God.
those is in it. The main chick from those is in it.
Oh.
It's really bad. It's really bad. That and the fact is, I'm just guessing that girl is just drawn to bad horror movies because she was in the Slender Man movie from a few years ago too, and that movie is just bad as well. It's really bad.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
I stood up. I pressed the button.
I
My bad.
watched that with a girl I was dating at the time, and I've already seen it, but she's like, "Oh, that was so good," and I was like, "Did we just watch the same freaking movie?" Like that movie was so bad that I just.
And I know you have a very scathing opinion on House of a Thousand Corpses.
I did not like House of a Thousand Corpses.
Well,
Would you say it's
If-
bad though?
Yes, it's bad.
My earbud just fell out.
I would say it's bad. I would say House of a Thousand Corpses is bad. I've heard better,
Compared to
but
the other.
oh no, it's not as bad as Wish Upon. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as Wish Upon. Definitely not. But it's still bad.
Halloween 2.
Well, it's a Rob Zombie movie, so I'm not a fan of his work already.
Fair enough.
So
You know my opinion on that movie. I liked it. It was fun.
I did not like that movie. I've heard the Devil's
There's one
Rejects
movie, and I
is
can't
better.
remember.
I've heard Devil's Rejects is better than House of a Thousand Corpses, and I need to watch that one. By the way, my review of House of a Thousand Corpses will be going up sometime soon. It won't be part of VTR's Creepy Frights, because obviously this is the end of Creepy Frights. But,
But for
I
these
can't
two,
remember
what
the
are the
movie
worst horror movies?
oh yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Cole?
Do you have one?
Hmm?
What's
A
the
bad
worst
horror movie?
horror movie? Yeah.
For me, it was The Escape Room by Blumhouse Studios. I didn't like it.
Blumhouse?
Oh, Fantasy Island.
Blumhouse,
was a
yeah,
pretty
I don't-
crappy
I don't like
Blumhouse
it.
movie.
Yes, it
Blumhouse.
was gory
I have to look up the
for,
name
for
of
that
this.
acid kind of that acid gas, but still, it wasn't a good movie. It wasn't good at all.
Oh. Okay, so Escape Room, I actually want to talk about that for a second, because I have not got my review for the second one out yet. I haven't done it yet, because I've seen the second one. The first one actually is good in concept, and I do actually enjoy what it was going for. And the first bit of it is not the best. It gets better as it goes on, and I don't hate that movie. I actually did enjoy it. But also, it was probably the curse of being released in January. And you know the thing about movies getting released in January, they normally aren't good. But the second one is not good. The second not.
Oh,
Um,
well, we got him again.
Okay, I found the name of it. It's called Hereditary. I don't know if any of you've seen that one.
that is
No?
that is not held as a what is wrong with you?
I did not like it.
But do you think it's bad though?
Yeah, would you think
Yeah.
it's
It
Yes.
was a bad movie.
that movie
Well,
is held in high regard by so many people, not
I know.
even just horror
okay.
fans.
Here's the thing. For a horror movie, it was so like the last 30 minutes is all the action or scary stuff that you got. Like it was a
Okay,
normal movie
okay.
until like the last 30 minutes.
This is something that really makes me mad about people when they try to critique horror. Horror does not necessarily have to be scary.
Yeah, but like 30 minutes.
No,
And
horror
like, there was, like,
movies
no
is
build-up.
horror movies are not technically supposed to be scary. Me, you think I'm scared of the Saw movies? No, those don't scare me.
No.
There's supposed to be some level of horror though.
But that's one critique though I don't like. Though it's like, oh, it wasn't scary, therefore bad.
Depends what you find scary. Everybody has their own fears, and that plays into a lot of horror movies. Whether you're going to be frightened or not, you can get the reactions that were intended. You know.
It's just my personal least favorite out of all the horror movies I watched. Just
Like, for instance, I'm not afraid of sharks, but people who were afraid of sharks in the 70s might have thought Jaws was quite, close
Terrifying.
to home. Or like
Okay.
It Follows with a fear of AIDS.
That's basically what that movie is.
I've never seen that.
That's basically what the movie
It's
is.
a STD that
Kills you.
and it goes from
Literally
host to
kills
host.
you. It literally kills you. Not like in the way normal AIDS kills you. It like legit kills you in gruesome ways.
Sexually transmitted death. STD.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. What is your favorite? What is one horror movie you watch every year around Halloween?
I watch the original Halloween every Halloween. Not this year though. We watched a lot of different movies. I did end up watching A Nightmare Before Christmas. Not a horror movie, but that's the one it's a go-to movie for me.
What about you, Cole?
Friday the 13th.
Hmm.
That's literally
The-
every single one of them.
The the whole franchise. Okay.
No, literally
What's
the whole thing. I would literally I would literally finish every single one of them.
you don't-
Not in
After
one
this,
day, like on
after we
each
go
day.
through this, I want to know an opinion from this guy about a certain movie in that franchise.
I know exactly what you're going for.
Yeah.
Me, obviously, Sam knows this, and it's sitting literally back there. Trick or Treat is my go-to.
Right there.
Is my go-to horror movie every Halloween. I
We
watched it this.
this year.
Yeah, we watched
Yeah.
it this year. We watched it. It was
liked
a lot
it.
of fun. What about you? What's your go-to horror movie every year?
Probably Halloween.
1978 or
Makes
a different
sense.
one?
Oh yeah,
Whichever one we can find.
Oh,
We just
okay.
gotta pick one.
Oh, and yeah, on the subject, what's your opinion on the first Friday the 13th?
I am very curious to hear this as well.
Okay, so when I first watched Friday the 13th, the very first one, I was like 10 years old, 10,
Okay.
9, I can't remember. I didn't really rate it on the movie itself because small brain.
Okay, I'm
So,
asking
I
like, what
could-
do you, as of right now, what do you think of that movie?
What's your opinion?
I like it. And then
The
there's
first one.
some things I
The first
Yeah,
one.
that's one.
What
Not-
do you like about it?
yeah, what do you like about it?
I-
Let's hear.
I don't know. I literally can't give you a full explanation. I just love it. I just
Well,
like
let me tell
That's
you
the
mine
most
and
things I don't like.
Sam's opinion.
Wait,
on this.
wait. I want to hear one more thing.
Okay.
Are you, what's kind of the broad outline that you remember of the movie?
it. I can't remember actually.
What do you think of Jason in that movie?
There's certain Jasons I like and certain Jasons I don't like.
Yeah, but do you like Jason from Friday the 13th, Part 1?
No.
It's a trick question. He's not in it.
He's not in it.
Wait,
He
what?
has only one flashback scene.
His mom is the killer.
Pamela Voorhees is the killer.
Oh wait, what? What?
His mom
Who
is the
is-
killer.
what?
His
I don't
mom.
know.
Jason's mom
It's
is
even
the
a
killer.
joke in the first song, or
Damn, I have
the
a
first Scream
small
movie.
brain.
Who's the
Yeah,
And I
killer
do have a
in
small
Friday the
brain
13th,
freak.
Part 1?
My
Gigi
god, my
just
brain
sent me
is
a picture.
empty. My brain
When's
is
the-
Jason
when's
empty.
the-
Voorhees.
Didn't you say you watch these movies every Halloween?
I didn't say every Halloween.
Yeah, you
Wait,
did.
did I say every Halloween?
You did say every Halloween.
Oh my god. Wow. Bro, I'm about to be a fake
I
Halloween.
will
I'm
give
about
it,
to be a
though, it
fake horror
did,
fan. I'm about to be a fake horror fan sooner.
That's the first person shot, which became a very big point in the Friday the 13th movie, seeing the perspective of the killer, even if the movie kind
Later
of
on, though, they stopped trying to build up Jason and just straight up showed him.
Yeah. We didn't know what his face looked like for the first 3 movies. We
Well,
got
and
maybe
like,
once or
and like,
twice
in like
a glimpse.
every movie, his face looks different. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They kept it the same for the, I think 2 and 3 was the lumpy face.
It's different. It's different.
Was it different in 2 and 3?
It's different
And
every
they didn't
single
even
movie.
they didn't even introduce the hockey mask till Part 4.
Three.
Was it Part 3? He has the bag on his head in Part 2.
Yes. And obviously later on he gets his signature axe mark and everything. I think the scariest Jason though has to be remake Jason because he is like brutal.
You've told me that. I haven't gotten around to watching that because I was watching through the Nightmare on Elm Streets to then converse into Freddy vs. Jason and then watch the movies after that.
Speaking of which, I will get back to the Friday the 13th franchise, I promise. But I want to start reviewing Ghostbusters soon because the new one comes out this week.
Afterlife.
I'm going to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually filmed in my area.
Comes out in 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
or if you
it was
count
actually filmed in my
theatrical.
area, which was kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah, it was in Alberta, in a little
Oh,
town
oh,
of Bicycle,
never
and
mind,
then
Canada, of
Drumheller.
They film a lot of movies in Canada because most people in Canada don't care about movies. It's a lot cheaper to film It's a lot cheaper to film in Canada than it is in the United States.
Yeah, because we don't have millions of cities. Or literally busy areas. We're just, we're chill about everything. Like we only have like a couple of cities, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see how long
Let
we
me know
can...
in the comments whether you think Canada should be turned into a golf course.
Excuse me.
We're not even at an hour yet.
We're not?
Really?
Really?
We're at like 40 minutes.
40 minutes? It felt like 2 hours.
It
When
does
did
feel...
we get started?
I do not
I don't
remember.
know.
Well, no, not 40. Sorry,
I thought-
sorry. 50, sorry.
Honestly, my sense of time is so off right now. I thought it's been like 30.
Oh, okay. We got right over there. There's a thing we need to talk about this because it's been one of the most influential horror movies. The Scream franchise. Kind of revitalized the slasher genre.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it hasn't gone much anywhere since then, though. It's still stagnated. It may have picked it up, but it fell right back down. But we're getting a new one. It's funny.
You've only seen the first two, right?
Yeah, and part of the third one.
The third one's the worst one. The third one's bad.
And then they're about to come out
Can
with
you
the
go back
fifth
and
one, which
rewatch
they're
the
just
Scream
calling
movies?
Scream.
Well,
Same.
they do that just so people don't feel obligated they need to watch the first. Even though
They
it
should have
isn't.
called it The Scream.
Or maybe just named it based on the fictional movies based in that universe, Stab.
Yeah. Nobody would get that, though. None of the new audience.
Everyone would be like, what is this Stab? Okay, top favorite horror movie, not franchise movie. Like, strictly. And let's just be nice, let's keep it out of a franchise. It cannot be in a franchise.
Can't be in a franchise.
If it has
Oh,
one
that's a tough
sequel,
question.
if it has one sequel, that's fine. But if it has three, no.
Most horror movies get sequels. Or
Well,
thirds.
There's a lot of one-offs nowadays. Midsummer, Get Out, Us. Oh, I can tell you the most boring horror movie I've seen recently.
Okay.
What?
Antlers.
What?
Oh, yeah.
That came out recently, and it is so boring.
Wait, isn't that
So,
like the Wendigo
it's
one?
Wyvern. Or Wendigo, yeah. It's the Wendigo.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they-
my brothers were wanting to see that, but
Don't tell
I'm
them
not a fan.
don't.
Literally
Tell
just
them don't waste
made
their
a
time.
Wendigo-
Don't waste their
They
time.
seriously just made a legend from my country
I was gonna
and
go
put it in
along
a
with
movie.
them, but I'm not a fan of Wendigos.
That's
I'm
I don't
surprised
like
they
it.
actually knew about that. Wow. Okay.
Wendigos did not
see how-
originate from Canada.
No.
Some-
They've been
some-
around
I
for
don't even remember
quite a
their
while.
Like in-
folklore.
like
That does
Forest
not.
kinda-
That does not originate from Canada. I don't.
Where's,
No,
where
I
did
didn't.
it
Not,
originate
Somewhere
not like
in
from?
Europe,
completely
isn't it?
Canada.
I
Like
think so.
Europe?
It's like something like Europe. I think.
Europe.
I'm gonna look this up.
Nah, Australia.
Yeah,
All the
yeah.
weird shit comes from Australia.
And Wendigos have been adapted into multiple mediums and different types in different ways. Like
It's
one of
been
the
a while since we've had a movie with Wendigos, though.
But I'm saying like not just in
Yeah.
movies. Like obviously in video games, Until Dawn, the Wendigos in Until Dawn.
I think it's also in Here They Lie. I think that's what the main
And there's
thing
also
is.
been different versions of
Huh.
Wendigos, like some aren't even cannibals. They're just
Yeah.
different. For Pete's sake, Wendigos are in freaking My Little Pony, for Pete's sake.
What? What?
Well, here's a Wendigo. And
They're
It's in the
Well,
it's a Native American thing, primarily
I
Algonquins
figured.
of the Great Plains and Great Lakes regions of the United
wait,
States and
VTR.
Canada.
Who
So
on
it's-
earth is a Wendigo in
okay.
My Little Pony?
No,
It's
there's
North American.
no, it's not a character. Okay, I guess kind of fits in with the horror, so I'll talk about it real quick, but not gonna spend a lot of time on it. They're these in My Little Pony. Wendigos are creatures that like they're not like your traditional Wendigos. They're like when there's like basically set distrust amongst the different pony races. They come out and they put the entire land into an eternal winter, basically. They're not your traditional Wendigos, obviously. They're not gonna put a cannibal in freaking My Little Pony, for Pete's sake.
You know, there's a lot of ways people see the Wendigo, like either with a deer head, the skinny body and all, and then there's like
that's the
a
most
spirit
popular
version of him. And then there's like spirit
Yeah.
version of him.
But you got the ones
I
like,
don't know which one's the actual.
you've got the ones in like Until Dawn, where they're just extremely deformed people. They've got these lengthy arms and that I
But
think that was
primarily the Wendigo is known to have the skeletal deer head with the large, almost
Yeah.
humanoid.
That's what the movie
Gorilla-style
Antlers
body.
tried to do.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that movie real quick. The movie Antlers, my main problem with that, and I'll get into more detail on this when I actually review the movie. I hate when a movie is so scared of its effects, or they don't want to show they don't want to show their monster. They don't want to show. I get building it up, but then like as soon as you show it, you don't want to show it again. I hate when movies do that. And the fact this movie is so boring, the story is just wait for the review on that movie. You guys are gonna love to see me review that.
I kind of like the in the mist type of monsters that you don't fully see or understand.
No. It's like that's not what I mean. I mean when the movie is scared of showing it. Like not like it's basically like it's not like it's not showing it for the mystery. Like this movie is literally scared of showing you the freaking thing. Like, oh, maybe because like our effects are bad or blah 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 or blah.
Maybe they didn't have the budget.
Well, from what I could tell, it looked all right. From what I could see, they looked all right. It's just a bad
If
movie.
it wasn't
in
a
general.
practical effect, it's pretty costly to have
It
CG
was.
shots of your monster.
It still just annoys me. It's just something that always has annoyed me. I'll go into more detail on that when I actually review that movie. What's one more? What I don't know what else.
Did not do that good.
Yeah,
No,
it did
it's
really
only
good.
in the 14.6 million for box office.
I don't even think it's playing anymore.
Critic score 59, audience score 68.
Oh, it's gone down.
Right.
It's gone down since I saw it.
More people saw it. They probably thought less and less of it.
Let's do
For
two.
standalone though. We never got to that. Standalone movies. We'll go with just one, I guess. What's one standalone horror movie that you really like?
Stand. I don't want to freaking mention Trick or Treats. I already talked about that. But a standalone. There's one I saw not too long ago that I really liked. Oh yeah, Orphan. Orphan was really. I liked Orphan a lot.
Orphan was good. Yeah.
I thought that was really interesting of a concept. If none of you have seen Orphan, you should definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it.
I haven't either, so I probably might take a look at it.
I don't spoil it. though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell anything. Just it's
Yeah.
good if you haven't seen it. Like that's a really, it's interesting. You definitely want to go into that as blind as possible.
One of the more recent ones, it's for a standalone. Last Night in Soho was.
I haven't seen
really
it
good.
yet.
I
I
really
want to go.
enjoyed watching that in theaters.
I haven't seen
It's
it.
a very interesting pacing. It's not slow. It's not fast. It's just
Cole,
interesting.
get your hand over here.
Also-
Get your hand back here.
Hey,
PlayStation
Pan's
don't
Labyrinth.
that your hand was like wandering off earlier.
It's
Pan's
PlayStation
Labyrinth
tracking.
is a fairly well-known
Yeah, same.
standalone horror movie with the no face. Pretty iconic monster. Have you
Alright.
seen that?
What? Say again. What was the movie?
Pan's Labyrinth?
I have not seen Pan's Labyrinth.
You should watch that. It's the one problem though, it's subtitled. It's all subtitled.
It's
In Spanish. It's
What
a
the heck
Spanish
is?
movie.
What is? Sam, are you hitting
What
your
is-
mic? What are you doing? Are you hitting your mic?
Oh yeah, I was sorry.
Bro, that sounded like a heartbeat. That sounded like you just
did-
stuffed your
it
mic
did
in your mouth.
sound
You're like,
like a
screw this. You all
heartbeat.
can hear my heartbeat.
But it was made by the same person who know the Hellboy movies, the Shape of Water. I forget what his name is. Guillermo del Toro. That's his name.
That dude is he worked on the Antlers movie.
He's very renowned, and yeah, that's why I was interested in Antlers. It's because it was a Guillermo del Toro movie, and then I completely forgot about it.
And he does such a different, wide variety of stuff.
Yeah, he's done action movies, horror movies. He's done all sorts of different languages. Obviously,
You
of
know that
Spanish
he did that show on Netflix. It's an animated show, The Troll Hunters. He did that.
really. Is that any good?
I love that show.
All right, over here with Fall Fox. What's one of your favorite standalone horror movies?
I don't have one.
Nothing outside
I
of
also-
franchise?
Nope, I don't have one.
Huh.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I know. Interesting, eh? I don't have
Raven?
I actually don't have one either. I mean, not
Really?
a favorite. Like, I mean, there was this one movie I watched like years ago. It was a Netflix movie. It was really odd. It was called The Unborn.
I haven't
Have
heard
any
of
of
it.
y'all seen that?
Can't say I've heard of that one.
I think
Well,
I've
okay,
seen it
it
while
was on
scrolling through
Netflix.
Netflix, though. I think I've seen it while scrolling through Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, The Fly was a really good standalone. That's probably my favorite one, actually.
Yeah, I watched that like back when it was on Netflix. And that was me and my friend's favorite horror movie because this like old guy did like a really weird like back bend head turn thing. I don't know how to explain it. But like he went into like a back bend and then his head turned up like so it was like
Like a
normal but his
possession
body was
thing.
like bent. Yeah.
Okay,
His favorite scene.
one of my things I'd like to talk about is who I know Sam probably did. You guys are a little younger, so I don't know. But I know Sam and I probably. I know I have. Who here grew up with Goosebumps?
That wasn't a
Who the hell?
Goosebumps guy.
Who the hell doesn't, bro?
Bruh, yeah.
You didn't
Bro,
grow
I
up with
wasn't a
watched
reader.
Goosebumps.
No,
wasn't a-
not just the books, like
I didn't watch
the
the
TV
movies. I didn't watch the TV show, no. And I didn't watch the movies either. Never interested
I
in me.
watched the
R.L. Stein?
movies.
Yeah, it's whatever.
I
Remember when all of it came out,
I
though, except for the books.
I recently watched more of those of the TV series not too long ago, and those episodes are very hit or miss. There are some that are really good, and then some are really bad. Like
I've always saw them as very corny.
some of them actually are legitimately creepy. Like the haunted mask like is legit disturbing.
I think I watched that episode. It was like a
That
long time ago.
And
like-
that's the
That creeped the crap
longest
out of me.
one as well. I think that one's like 45 minutes long, I think.
But yeah, Goosebumps is still very popular.
Yeah. Not as popular as it used to be. Nowhere near.
I don't know. It might be
Yeah.
more popular than it used to be with the movies, bringing a huge resurgence of
The second
awareness to it.
I liked the first Goosebumps movie. The second one was awful. I don't get why. There was something I didn't understand about the second one for some reason. So Jack Black comes back with a cameo and everything. Why he comes back? Not a cameo. He's actually in the movie for a good bit. He's not in as much as he was in the first one. But and in the first one, he also voiced Slappy, the dummy in the first movie. Some reason Slappy is the main antagonist of the second one, but Jack Black doesn't voice him, even though Jack Black is in the movie.
Probably didn't want to be in the movie that much.
Maybe. But
Unless
you
we're
know how low Jack Black's standards are when it comes to movies. He's been in some bad stuff.
Lately?
Not
so
lately,
kinda surprised
no,
you
not
said that,
really.
like,
Last 10 years? Not really.
I'm so shocked that
I
Jack Black
guess
is actually
I'm
gonna be
thinking-
voice of Bowser.
I'm sorry, what?
You know Mario
gonna be
Bowser, Mario Bros.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be a movie of Mario Bros. Coming.
Yeah.
And Jack Black.
Chris Pratt, like,
Mhm.
plays
Yeah,
Mario
Chris
or
Pratt is
something?
Mario, and
he'll
then
be
Jack
doing
Black is
his normal
Bowser,
voice.
and then
Chris Pratt.
Seth
Yeah, Jack Black
Rogen's
is
playing
Bowser.
Donkey Kong. Okay, but how? What time are we at? Let's get to an let's get to a beat decent. 15 more minutes and we'll cut it off. 15 more minutes and we'll cut it
Okay.
off.
alright.
We'll be at a full hour and a half
Yeah.
at that point.
But yeah,
so.
the biggest problem I have with the new Mario movies, Chris Pratt is doing his normal voice.
No, he isn't.
He's not
Really?
doing his normal voice. He's not.
They confirmed that. He confirmed it himself.
No, I
No,
told
Chris Pratt actually did.
no. I told you he confirmed he wasn't
He
doing
said
his
he
normal
couldn't-
voice.
He couldn't reveal the voice he was doing, and then later he confirmed that it was just his voice.
Where did you hear this?
No.
Where did you hear this?
I
A
swear.
while ago. Unless they changed that.
No.
Let me look this up.
Chris Pratt has a
No.
voice
He's
lined up. It will not be his normal voice.
He's doing a
I
Mario.
remember
remember
that.
hearing
Oh,
that.
wait. You're thinking about the
No.
Garfield thing. The Garfield movie that he's being in. He's playing Garfield. He'll be doing his normal voice for Garfield. That's what you're thinking of.
Possibly.
I was gonna say, there's a Garfield movie coming out?
Oh, I know
Yeah,
the
and
other
of course Chris
Garfield
Pratt's
movies.
gonna
I
be in
don't.
it.
Is there a new
Alright.
one coming?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that.
damn.
All right.
Oh,
We're
what
getting
are
off
your,
topic.
Thoughts
We're
on
g-
the Clifford?
We're getting off topic. This is horror.
Oh yeah.
This-
I mean, I don't know. A really big red dog is kind of scary.
Horror. Not children's book turned into a theatrically released film. No, we are talking about horror. We already talked about Mario for too freaking long. Which
Yeah,
gives
we
me
haven't talked about Mario much.
Which gives me my next topic. What is your opinion on creepypastas?
Yes, you know I'm
Yes.
in one of those. You know I'm into them.
Yeah.
On what?
I grew up
Creepypastas.
with the creepypastas.
Yeah, I've read a few.
Like we
Ben
we
was
all
always a
know
big one.
Eyeless
Or
Jack,
Sonic
Jeff the
.exe.
Killer. We all know
Yeah.
Tiki Toby.
Bend
Um,
around.
yes.
Yeah,
Silver Ice.
Work.
Silver Ice.
Oh, Silver
Wait, no.
Eyes, yeah. The Rake. Smile
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Slenderman, obviously.
Obviously, yes. What's another one? There's an
Jeff the
There's a
Killer.
lot. Laughing Jack.
Laughing Jack. Yes, that's one.
Oh yeah, ignore
We
me.
also got. Yeah, we've taken over now. We've taken
Yeah,
over.
yeah, we're taking over.
Seems
think
like
over
they're
the creepypasta theme.
expert.
He is.
Yeah, they clearly are.
Dude, I love creepypasta. There was another one. Shoot, what was his name? The Painter. Have you heard that one?
Yes. Yeah.
Tom, you just want to leave and let them have
Let's take.
I barely know anything about creepy.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying, me
after
neither.
I got into horror, the first thing I got into was creepypastas, like after like all the horror movies, so I listened to a lot.
Man, why's the pasta gotta be
like,
creepy? I just want some normal pasta.
I mean, like, I don't know if I'm the only person who watches. So I watch a YouTuber who does like creepy art, but also tells
yes,
the story.
Draws. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm
Yes.
talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember his name, but I tell you, that man is good
Wait,
at drawing.
Hold on, I can look it up.
Me and Sam are just here. We're just here.
Hey, you guys been talking over us this entire time. Shut up.
It's our turn to take over, okay?
Yes.
We gotta have the shining lights.
I guess, yeah, we
The
have
Shining's a good standalone.
Yeah. Well,
Surprised nobody
technically,
brought that up.
technically it's not a standalone anymore.
Doctor Sleep doesn't count.
Yeah, it does.
The Shining's still a standalone.
Oh wait, and I did say three. I only count as a franchise if it's more than one movie, more than three or more movies. That's usually what I consider a
There's none of
I
the
franchise.
can't say
original
the last
cast
part of his name,
members,
but
and
it's
it's
like
like years
Jordan
later.
something. I can't pronounce.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Let's just call him Jordan right now. I'm sad that he actually just went to telling stories to children's coloring books and all. I still rewatch the story ones because those were my favorites.
Yeah.
Like my most favorite video was the Elf on the Shelf creepypasta.
Oh yeah.
I love that one. Interests me a lot.
That was a good one.
What are you doing?
Tick,
He's
tock.
like,
Tick,
you
tick,
really-
tick, tick.
Okay, let's talk about
Think that
something else. You guys had enough of your freaking creepypasta. Freaking.
talking this entire stream, okay?
It's my channel.
I know.
We gotta have to shine. We gotta have to shine lights. Like, come on.
Just like how me and Sam just kept looking at each other like we don't know what's going on right now.
The creepy
You
what?
guys can't have. You guys can't have the adults
We were
go
like-
in, then
we
let
were-
the
we were
little
like-
younger ones just.
we were like an old man being like, hey, what's the creepy panda? Creepy what now? Is that what your spaghetti is
What's
too cold?
what's this going on internet culture? What is this they're talking about?
Have you seen the Lazari ones?
Done with creepypasta! Done
Lasagna,
talking about creepypasta!
We'll talk about this later.
Yeah, y'all can tell that on your own time. We've only got, literally, we've only got 10 minutes left. Let's not, so this last 10 minutes
Yeah, we
freaking.
took up 5 minutes. We took away 5 minutes from their time.
Yes. We
Okay,
wasted 5 minutes of your time just listening off creepypastas.
okay. So, oh, we can talk about horror, like mazes and stuff, like haunted houses that you've been to.
Oh.
I'm sad now.
Actually-
I'm sad. I never
Sam?
went into one.
I'm gonna see if Sam's been to any. You've ever been to any?
No, I've been on the Haunted Mansion though, and I love that ride.
Why do you say it like that?
Because he knows he knows what he did. He knows what he did.
What?
That was good.
Oh my gosh. I remember once when we went to this thing called the Haunted Forest that we usually we went to. There's a funny story. So it was like one day, we went to this thing called Terror Test. Look it up online.
Spooky math.
And when we went through we were in the line, and like legit, like I was like I couldn't go through with it. I got terrified. Like this was like I was younger. No, I went back to the car.
Oh, whip.
My friend went back into the car with me. I did not want to go by my back. And then some of the freaking scare actors were walking out around the freaking car.
Ooh. I want to go into one of those. I'm
Well,
sad
now I would. Now I
Uh-oh.
wouldn't freaking.
They're fun, dude.
I wouldn't freaking cower out now if I went to it. I think the main thing that scared me about it is that these guys, they grabbed on you and crap.
Oh my god.
Wait,
That's
wait,
a-
they
do that
grab
anymore.
you?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
Some
They
places
still
do.
can. They can.
Oh,
Oh no, let me tell you a story about one that my sister went to. So she went to one that and they call it like psychopath, is what it's called. And she said when she got done there, she's like, that wasn't that scary. So they let her come back the next weekend for free, and they trapped her in a freaking bus by herself and basically scared the crap out of her for an hour straight.
An hour, really.
an hour? That's torture.
That wasn't scary. I want my money back. This sucked.
All right, time to torture you then.
Got scared up.
That's what
Hey,
happened.
you free next weekend?
So my sister told me if you ever go there, do not say you're not scared.
I'm
just
scared.
don't go back.
I'll make go on
Well,
the
no,
bus.
I don't remember who was the same. I think it might have been the same night. I don't remember. It might have been the same night.
You accidentally have a gut reaction and punch him in the face.
I almost did that once.
That's the risk
Well,
they take.
obviously though, you sign a waiver and everything with stuff like that. When they're allowed to put their hands on you and everything, you sign a waiver being
have to
like,
sign
you're letting us do this, so you can't get mad or anything.
Depends how
I've never
serious
had to
the
sign a
one you
waiver
go
for
to
it.
is.
They
Go to these haunted houses. I don't care if I get
Ah,
caught or whatever.
well,
I want to go.
boo!
What's that?
what is this?
You sign a waiver for them to grab you.
Oh my gosh. We said grab,
It's
not
all a
grope.
trick.
We said grab, not grope.
you signed the waiver.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
I
No.
actually have a funny story about that. So I went to this
Wait,
haunted
about
house
going to
actually
the haunted
recently.
house is getting groped.
Yeah. So I went to this thing. It's called Nightmare on Edgewood. You know, like Nightmare on Elm Street, but changed it because of the road. And so like it was this event, and it was like a lights out or something. You get like a glow stick. It's completely dark. You get a glow stick, and you like walk through, and it has like all these classic horror movie killers like Michael, Jason, all those guys. And we get through. I get tripped like 5 times because it's like 3 parts. Like the first part is like a hospital theme, and you know they're allowed to grab you. You don't sign a waiver. It's just a warning, like you will be grabbed, right? Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't really care. So we get through the first part. Fine. I fell flat on my face, but whatever. And then we get to the second part, which is like a mansion theme, and this is where you start seeing all the killers. The first killer was Michael Myers, like, because we were sitting in this room, it's like fireplace, it's like a living room, and all of a sudden Michael comes out of nowhere, and he accidentally grabs me in the wrong spot. I'm not going to say where, but he grabbed me in an odd spot, and then threw me to the floor, like, immediately after, and then he proceeded to pick me up and throw me through the fireplace.
Hey, huh?
I think he threw you down the first time because he realized where he grabbed you.
Yeah. And then he came up behind me and like grabbed the back of my neck and then like chucked me through the fireplace.
Okay, so that's it. I imagine.
Okay, are you
That'd be the worst part of being a scare actor. You accidentally, like, you have permission to accidentally grope somebody.
Like,
I was
It could have been one of 2 places, though. I really hope it wasn't that one.
We'd have
I
a Donald
refuse to
Trump
say.
situation. We'd have a Donald Trump situation on our
refuse to say.
hands.
Except
Yeah,
more
actually,
than just saying
all
it.
the like killers were really grabby, like not in, like the gropey way, but they were more grabby than the actual scare actors. Because like I remember at the end, there's like the last part's like a barn theme, and you like walk through a swamp, and, you know, swamp Jason, right? He latched onto me and was like holding my shoulders like this the entire time.
Rewind.
while doing the...
Wait, rewind. Swamp Jason. Jason's never been in a freaking swamp.
Well, swamp, lake, same thing. I don't care.
No.
Not the same thing.
Not
It
the
is
same
not the same thing.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. They have like it's like a swamp theme, but they don't have a lake, so they put Jason in the swamp. Because that's the closest
Okay.
thing they could get.
Okay.
Could have been a forest.
like,
They could have just done a forest.
You could have done Creature from the Black
it's
Lagoon.
A barn.
Oh yeah, creature.
Like the last part, it's like the last part. It's like the very last thing you do, and the last theme is a barn. So like.
Okay. Continue the
Kind of
story.
what they did. Yeah, he was like, Jason was like grabbing onto me like this though, like the entire time. And you know the what's it? The sound, I don't know how it goes, but like the Jason sound when he like, yeah,
That one.
he was
That's-
like, he was doing that directly in my ear.
Fun fact about that though. The funny thing about that though, a lot of people don't know this for some reason. People don't know that's just a music score. Jason doesn't make that sound. A lot of people think Jason makes that sound.
Of course he doesn't make that.
He doesn't.
People
No,
think he
doesn't
makes
make
that sound.
Yes.
No.
A lot of people
Yeah,
think
people
Jason
think that.
makes that sound. And no, it's a music. It's a music score.
Obviously, when you're like
Yeah.
pretending to be Jason, you make the sound.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, that's what he was doing.
he don't actually do it.
Oh, I'm gonna tell
That's
a little
ridiculous. I haven't
something
heard
that was
one.
really funny that's happened while we were out trick or treating this past year. So I was Freddy, obviously, and we walked by a group dressed as the Scooby Gang. My brother looks at me and says, Raymond, he's like, 'cause every time I see someone dressed like that, I do my Scooby and Shaggy impression. So obviously they're not gonna hear me with that latex mask on my face. So I grab the mask. I'm pulling it off
joke.
I'm pulling it off my face, and I grab my beard by accident, and I'm pulling my beard, trying to get the mask off. And next thing I know, I do this. I think I remember did Scooby or Shaggy first, but I did both, and then someone said he ate him.
Oh my god!
They were blown away by it though, so I thought that was really cool. When people it's like, oh my gosh, he did the voice.
Why did they say you ate him? Because of the?
No. I don't think it was because of that. I think it's because I was Freddy, and I don't know.
What's with the pulling at the beard though?
No, okay, so no. When I'm pulling the latex mask off, I grab the chin of the mask, and I wind up grabbing some of my facial hair by accident. And when I go to I have a thick beard.
You really gave it a tug, huh? Just a clump of your hair.
I was trying to get it off before they walked past, and they wouldn't be able to hear me.
Oh, I gotta.
That's probably how it would have sounded if I would have done it in the mask. And it's not like one of those masks where like it forms to your face, so it's just got a mouth. That's pre-molded. I want to get one of those though. One of those that mold to your face. I want one so bad. Those things are cool.
Spendy.
They're expensive. They're expensive.
What time are we at?
Let's see. We have surpassed 30 minutes. We surpassed 30 minutes. So let's do the outro. So guys, I'm so glad you guys came to watch this with us and talk horror. I probably should have checked chat during this, but I didn't think about that at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed all of VTR's Creepy Frights. We did it all. There's a whole playlist of videos from this year if you guys want to go watch them. I did a bunch of them. I reviewed every single Halloween movie except for Halloween, the first one, because I reviewed that a couple years ago. But we reviewed a bunch of horror movies. We did a whole bunch of stuff. Me and Sam did a tier list of a bunch of horror movies. If you guys want to check that out, it's It's definitely on the playlist, and so much other stuff. Did some rec room stuff, just a bunch of stuff, and I hope you guys are super excited. And tomorrow, BTR's Joyful Christmas starts, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And close off Christmas, we might do the same thing. We might come back on and do a final thing to close off the Christmas season. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
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 What about VTR's Thanksgiving special?
I do a Thanksgiving special video every year. I don't do a whole month dedicated thing.
Okay,
I need
it is
to
finally time.
Oh my god.
Oh,
It is time for
let me stop the stream.